What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today we have a new shark card. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon in the description below for all those awesome rewards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this new card. So we actually have a new shark card that's going to be released in Supreme Darkness, and this card is actually called Jet Shark. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what this card actually does. So this card says it summons, it searches again. So let's go ahead and see what this card actually does. I really like this card because it kind of looks like the Aqua Jet, which is really cool. It actually has to do something with the Aqua Jet card. So let's go ahead and see what it actually does. So this card is a level 4 water fish effect monster that has 1,000 attack points and 0 defense points. And you can only use the first of the second and third effects of this card's name per turn and only once that turn. So for this card's first effect, if a water XZ monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if summoned this way, you cannot summon Jet Shark for the rest of the turn, which is not that big of a deal that you can't special summon it for the rest of the turn. I feel like that already instantly replaces Silent Angler as a card for the actual like shark deck, because now we have an archetype special summon in the form of Jet Shark, which is really cool that we have a shark monster that can instantly special summon itself to your side of the field as a level 4 monster. So this card is probably going to instantly replace Silent Angler. So for this card's second effect, during the main phase, you can send a fish shark monster or an XZ spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard. That's a pretty good effect to be able to use to basically just instantly send something like a copy of Crystal Shark directly from your deck to the graveyard so that you can basically bring it back to your side of the field. There's probably a lot of really cool searches that you can actually do with this where you can send to the graveyard, but the first one that comes to mind is Crystal Shark to be able to send to the graveyard. Is going to actually bring itself back to your side of the field, which is a pretty cool aspect of this card because it helps you just further your XZ plays. For this card's third effect, you can manage this card in the graveyard to add one Aqua Jet card from your deck or graveyard to your hand, meaning it can be any Aqua Jet card that you can actually grab off this card's effect, which is pretty cool. And you only have to play one of the Aqua Jet cards because this card says from the deck or the graveyard to your hand, meaning it doesn't matter if it's in the graveyard. So you can just activate your copy of your Aqua Jet card and then use this card to be able to recover it from the graveyard, meaning you just have to play one. So let's go ahead and see what the targets are for the Aqua Jet card, because there's actually two different cards that you can grab off this card's effect. So you can actually grab Aqua Jet Surface or the original Aqua Jet, and this is actually really cool because the original Aqua Jet actually has the ability to target a face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monster you control, and it gains 1,000 attack points. But the other Aqua Jet card is actually really neat. So let's go ahead and check out this card, and this card actually says it lets you special summon one level 4 lore fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your hand or graveyard, but you cannot special summon the X deck except XZ monsters while you control that face-up monster. And if your opponent controls an attack position monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard and then target a fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, and it gains 1,000 attack until the end of the turn, which is a pretty cool effect. I now wish kind of that this card could grab from banished as well, but I kind of understand with this card, you're probably going to play this card at 1 or 2 copies probably because of this card, and this card is probably going to be like a 2 of in the shark deck because it does replace the Silent Angler, which is really cool. But this card is overall really neat to be able to play in the deck alongside it, and it's great that you can actually search it with this card because now this card, the new Jet Shark, actually is one of the best cards in the entire deck because it's an extender, and it also gives you the ability to instantly grab your copy of Aqua Jet Surface directly from your deck to your hand, which is just really nice because it's going to give you that ability to just special summon one of your level 4 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monsters from your hand or grave, basically being a searchable monster reborn, which is really nice just to extend your plays even further, and I really like that about this card. Plus, if you do see the potential that you can OTK your opponent, you can give one of your monsters an additional 1,000 attack points, which is really nice about this card. I really like that overall, and this card is just going to be amazing once we get it because this card is actually going to be released in Rage of the Abyss, which is going to be released very, very, very soon. So this is actually going to be really, really nice, and I really like that about this card. You can actually pick up Rage of the Abyss now, which is really cool. So definitely be picking these up alongside him, because you're going to be getting this in Supreme Darkness, which is just going to be really cool, because this is going to give you so much utility for the Shark deck to be able to instantly bring out one of your monsters like this card to your side of the field, and all you have to do is control a Water XZ monster on your side of the field to just special summon this card from your hand, which is so cool, because you had to use so many different like tech cards to be able to just extend your plays to get more monsters on your side of the field, like XZ Remore or XZ Remore, or your copy of your Silent Angler. But I really feel like this card is like a better Silent Angler, because you can still special summon from your hand, you just can only special summon this card once per turn, which is totally fine. Like, it doesn't matter. But something to keep in mind about this card is the way that it reads for its first effect. So for example, if a Water XZ monster is on the field, meaning you already have to have a Water XZ monster on the field to bring this out, but you can just instantly special summon this card in the hand. But if you summon this card this way, you cannot special summon Jet Shark for the rest of the turn, meaning you cannot even bring it back. If you have like a Jet Shark in the graveyard that you want to bring back with Aqua Surface, you cannot bring it back to your side of the field, because you already special summoned Jet Shark one time. So you have to keep that in mind about this card, is that if you have one and you need to just normal summon it, just normal summon it if you need to, but there's going to be better options to normal summon like Buzzsaw Shark anyways, but you're probably only going to want to normal summon this card anyways, so you're going to want to get it in the graveyard and then be able to just use that effect. And also, it's really good that you can send your copy of Crystal Shark to the graveyard, because this card just normal summoning itself out to your side of the field, even if this is the only card you have in your hand, is a 1-card XZ play, because during the main phase, you can send a fish or a fish shark monster from your deck to the graveyard, which can be your copy of Crystal Shark, so you can bring Crystal Shark back to your side of the field, targeting this, and then you'll be able to go in for an XZ play, detach this card off of one of your monsters, and then once you do, you banish it, and then you search out your copy of your Aqua Jet Surface, and since you already used your normal summon, you can just basically special summon back a monster. But keep in mind about this effect, that you do only get the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. So you can only use one of the second and third effects. You cannot use the second effect and then the third effect. You have to use them separately in different turns, which is totally fine about this card, but it's still pretty cool that you can just normal summon this thing out to your side of the field and then instantly go for an XZ play, because you can go normal summon, send a graveyard for the second effect. I feel like the second effect is probably better for this card's effect, to be able to just instantly go into the graveyard your copy of Crystal Shark, if this is the only thing that you open. This card might even be a 3 of in the deck. I'm not even sure. I feel like 2 is probably safe for this card, but you might end up playing 3. I'm not really sure. But overall, really good card. But to keep in mind, the second effect or the third effect, you cannot get them both in the same turn. They have to be in separate turns, but that's totally fine, because you can special summon it and then send a graveyard, which is really cool. So that's gonna be this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This card literally does everything for Shark. This is so amazing. This card is actually really, really, really good for the new Shark deck. So that's gonna be this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. And we're on the road to 100K subscribers, so definitely subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.